Well, good morning. Darren Doherty here from Agrarians here in central Victoria in southern Australia. I'm here to introduce this week's topic, which is farm design, a topic that's particularly close to my heart as I've been designing farms for nearly 30 years and is something that I really enjoy. And when I wake up in the morning, it's apart from the love for my family, it's one of the things that really motivates me because I really enjoy taking a piece of land and working with a client, a family, or an enterprise of people and helping them to plan that landscape and so that it is really effective and meets the objectives that they have as producers. So how do you go about that? Well, one of the things that we do here within the Organic Managers group, of which I'm part of, is to use what's called the Agrarians platform. The Agrarians platform goes back a way. It was started out as in 1958 by a gentleman called P.A. Yeomans, who was a geologist and a miner. And he bought a farm, or a couple of farms, and he developed what's now known as the keyline plan system. In 1958, he came up with what's called the keyline scale of permanence. And that became the basis for what we now know as the Agrarians platform, which is a 10-layer platform that includes, from the top, climate, geography, water, access, forestry, buildings, fencing, soils, economy, and energy. And all of those layers are what we focus on when we're developing a farm plan, or as some people would say, a farm design. So what do you do there? Well, there's different parts to a farm design. Now, the starting part of climate, well, climate is about the weather, but it's also about the climate of you. And the first 2 weeks of the climate of you and the enterprise that you're working in. And the first 2 weeks of this program have largely dealt with that. You've produced your vision and you've looked at the management you want to do. You've looked at your business plan. Now, some of that is still got to be informed a bit by what you do in the field. How are you going to develop your farm? Do you need to spend money on developing different infrastructure and so on? So that will then inform some of the costs and opportunities that exist. So with a farm plan, what we're largely looking at is, first of all, getting a map together and producing map. And we have an excellent topographer in Manel involved at Organic Managers, and he works closely with Agrarians to develop excellent maps as a topographer, or topografia. And we also have, we also look at, once we get the map, then we're looking, which is great now because we have Google Earth and relatively easy topographic and accessible topographic maps. We then look at where's the water layer, how does that look, because you need to not only see where water sources are, but you also need to distribute water around the property using pipelines and whatnot. So there's that. Where you need to look at access, so how accessible are all of the fields that you're practicing organic agriculture in? Excuse me. You also need to look at how trees fit in the system. They may be orchard trees, but they also may be shelter trees that you're putting in, and natural trees as well. And then other infrastructure of buildings, where do buildings go that best fit into the landscape and are accessible and work and get water to them, particularly by gravity. And then we look at things like fencing. So if you're looking at having livestock or keeping animals away from your vegetables, if you're just a vegetable or a plant producer, then how do you keep your plants protected from wild animals and neighbouring livestock? So there's all of those things, and that all comes into another part of it, which is where we're looking at the soils. So we want to map the different soils that you have because they all have different capabilities, and from that you then look at your economy and any energy infrastructure that we want to include as well, and the economy that's going to drive it all. And that together puts together a farm plan for you, which you can work towards in the future. And decide, as I said, where's the best place to put things, but also the best places to practice different kinds of production systems. And that's what we're looking at here. And so over this week, when we're talking about farm design, that's part of what you'll be doing. So enjoy this week. We look forward to your questions, and we look forward to some of your plan concepts, and enjoy this week on the Organic Managers course. Thank you.